I've often felt the need to explore the world, a desire to travel to exciting and strange new places, meet people from different backgrounds, and learn about cultures other than my own. So when I had the opportunity to study abroad in the fall of 2015, there was no way I could turn it down. Arezzo, Italy is a small city in the beautiful region of Tuscany. This would be my home for over 4 months, as I learned about Italian language and culture, and of course, sampled some great Italian food. And because the train from Rome to Florence passes through Arezzo, it was easy to travel around and see the major cities. This experience is something that I will never forget. The friendships I forged and the memories I made will last a lifetime. I'm an art history major, and so as I traveled around Italy, I felt like I was on a great pilgrimage to see the world's greatest works of art. In Florence, I saw paintings by the great Renaissance masters, Botticelli and Raphael. I also checked another major item off my bucket list when I visited the Accademia and finally saw Michelangelo's David in the flesh, or in the marble. I believe that art is much more powerful in its original context than if it's just a picture in a book. It's one thing to read about these works in a textbook or see them in a movie. It's another thing entirely to stand mere inches from them and truly appreciate them. It's somehow more spiritual. It was like I was transported back 5 centuries, imagining Michelangelo carve away the last bit of marble until he had perfected his most famous creation. In Rome, I found even more treasures. Walking from landmark to landmark, from the ancient ruins of the Roman Forum to the once glorious Colosseum, I felt as if the city had been waiting for me to search every nook and cranny and discover all that it had in store. One of my favorite memories from my study abroad experience was taking a day to explore the churches and see the sights on either side of a single street in Rome, the Via del Corso. Starting at the Piazza del Popolo, my friend Colin and I walked the entire length of the street down toward Piazza Venezia. Past the shops and street performers, many of Rome's most famous churches can be found just off the Corso. And one of these, the San Luigi dei Francesi, houses 3 of the most fascinating paintings ever created. The Cycle of St. Matthew by the Baroque painter Caravaggio. Colin and I stood in awe of these magnificent works for over half an hour, studying every detail. It's hard to explain how surreal and stirring this moment was. There's something called Stendhal syndrome that refers to an intense emotional reaction someone has while viewing a work of art. It's almost like a religious experience. I think this is close to what I was experiencing when I was looking at these paintings in this quiet little church on this busy street halfway around the world. When I look back on the trip and all of the experiences I had, all the artworks I saw, and everything I learned, this moment stands out as the most powerful to me. It's a moment that will stay with me for as long as I continue to travel and explore and discover new things. My study abroad experience was the trip of a lifetime. Italy has become my home away from home, and I can't imagine what I would have done if I had not taken advantage of such an incredible opportunity. I got to be a pilgrim for a few months, on a journey to visit the historic sites and see the artworks that shaped the modern world. Along the way, I made lifelong friends, challenged myself to try new things, and became a stronger, more confident person. But this is not the end of my journey. My study abroad experience may have ended after a few months, but as long as there are new places to visit and new artworks to see, my pilgrimage will continue.